Welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be talking all about pet care in Spokane. You know, when you think about it, Spokane really is a pet lover's dream, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, with all the hiking trails and parks and even like pet-friendly breweries,
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
it's kind of a paradise for pets, but that also means we need to think a little differently about how we take care of them, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because, I mean, we've got all this beautiful nature around us, but with that comes some risk we might not face in other cities, right?
yeah, that's true. It's one of the things that makes being a vet in Spokane so unique, I think.
How so?
Well, you really have to be aware of the specific challenges that come with this environment.
Okay.
Like for instance, ticks.
Yeah, I've heard about the ticks here.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely something to watch out for, especially with Lyme disease on the rise. We're seeing more and more cases in the inland Northwest.
Wow. So how does that change how vets approach things here?
Well, for one thing, we're a lot more proactive about preventative care.
Preventative care, okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about things like recommending the Lyme vaccine and really stressing the importance of regular tick checks.
Right, so it's not just about treating illnesses when they happen,
Yeah.
but really trying to prevent them in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where understanding the local risks really comes into play.
Makes sense.
Like, imagine you're taking your dog for a hike, out in the woods around Spokane. It's beautiful, but
It is, yeah.
it's prime tick territory.
Yeah.
So we have to educate our clients about that and equip them with the tools to keep their pets safe.
And it's not just ticks, right? I mean, there are other parasites to worry about, too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, things like Giardia, which can cause all sorts of digestive issues, are a lot more common in areas like ours with all the lakes and rivers and wildlife.
So how do you deal with that?
Well, we're always on the lookout for those telltale signs, and we make sure to recommend specific deworming protocols to keep those parasites under control. It's really about being a bit of a detective.
A detective.
Yeah. Considering your pet's lifestyle, their breed, their age, even the season, all of that plays a role in how we tailor our recommendations.
It's like personalized medicine for pets.
Exactly. And that's what makes working with a Spokane vet so valuable, I think.
Yeah.
You get that level of personalized care that really takes into account the unique environment we live in.
That's great. So you're saying that Spokane vets are really more than just doctors. They're like local guides for pet owners.
I like that. Local guides. That's a great way to put it.
Because they know the terrain, they know the risks, they know how to keep our pets safe and healthy.
Exactly. We're kind of in this together.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Hmm?
Well, and speaking of going the extra mile, I've heard some Spokane vets even offer house calls now.
Oh, yeah. That's becoming more popular for sure.
Really?
Especially for senior pets or those with mobility issues. It's just another way that vets here are trying to make care more accessible and less stressful for both pets and their owners.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It really speaks to how much pets are valued in this community.
They are. They really are. And vets are a big part of that. We see ourselves as advocates for their well-being, and we want to make sure that every pet in Spokane has the chance to live a happy and healthy life.
I love that.
And I think it shows in the way we practice here.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's a real sense of community, and that extends to how we care for our furry friends.
I agree. And speaking of community, it's important to remember that includes looking out for the most vulnerable members, like our senior pets.
Oh, absolutely. They have their own unique needs, especially in a place like Spokane.
That's interesting. So we'll come back to that in a minute and talk more about the challenges and rewards of senior pet care in Spokane. But first, let's take a quick break.
Okay, so we're back and ready to dive into senior pet care in Spokane. My own dog is getting up there in years, and I've noticed he's not quite as energetic as he used to be.
Yeah, that's pretty common. As pets age, their needs change, and it's important to adjust our care accordingly. So what are some of the things that pet owners should be aware of as their furry friends enter their golden years?
Well, one of the biggest things, and this is especially true in a place like Spokane, where we tend to have very active dogs, is recognizing signs of pain.
Pain. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of times senior pets, they still want to please their owners, they still want to go for walks and play fetch,
Right.
but they might be masking their discomfort.
So how can we tell if our senior pet is hurting if they're not, yelping or limping?
Right. Well, it's all about paying attention to subtle changes in behavior.
Okay.
Like, for example, are they hesitant to jump on the couch or climb stairs? Are they stiff after a nap?
Oh, I see.
Do they have changes in their gait, like limping or favoring a leg?
Okay.
Even things like changes in appetite or sleeping patterns can be red flags.
Wow. So it's a lot more than just looking for the obvious signs.
It is. And that's where having a good relationship with your vet is so important
Right.
because regular checkups become even more crucial for senior pets.
Hmm. Why is that?
Well, because it allows the vet to track those subtle changes over time and catch potential problems early on.
So it's like having a baseline so they can spot any deviations from the norm.
Exactly. And early detection is key to managing many age-related conditions.
That makes sense. So let's say, for instance, I notice my dog is having trouble getting up from his bed in the mornings. What kind of things might a Spokane vet look for to figure out what's going on?
Well, they'll probably start with a thorough physical exam, checking his joints for stiffness or pain.
Hmm.
They might also recommend some blood work to rule out any underlying conditions like arthritis or thyroid issues.
Okay.
Those are pretty common in older dogs. So
Right.
it's not always a simple diagnosis, especially as pets get older.
No, I imagine not.
But that's where the expertise of Spokane vets really shines. A lot of them have additional training in areas like geriatric care or pain management.
Oh, that's good to know.
So they can really tailor treatment plans to your senior pet's specific needs.
That's reassuring. It sounds like Spokane vets are well equipped to handle the unique challenges of senior pet care.
They are, and it's something we're really passionate about. Helping our senior patients live out their golden years in comfort and happiness.
I love that. We've talked a lot about senior pets, but what about those brand new additions to the family? Any advice for puppy and kitten owners in Spokane?
Oh, starting them off on the right paw is so important, and Spokane vets are great resources for that.
Okay.
They can help you create a vaccination schedule that's tailored to the specific risks in our region.
Like what?
Well, things like parvovirus and feline leukemia.
Okay.
They can also advise you on parasite prevention, proper nutrition, and even socialization.
Socialization. Yeah, that's huge, especially when they're little.
It is, and it's something that can really set them up for success as they grow.
Right. It's like laying the foundation for a well-adjusted pet.
Exactly. And your vet can be a great partner in that process.
So it sounds like finding a good vet is essential, whether you have a senior pet, a new puppy, or anything in between.
It is, absolutely.
And it's great to know that Spokane has such a dedicated community of vets who are committed to providing top-notch care for all of our furry friends.
We are, and we're lucky to have such wonderful pet owners who are so invested in their pet's well-being.
I agree. Speaking of being prepared, what about emergencies? Accidents happen, especially with active pets. What's the emergency vet situation like in Spokane?
That's a good question, and it's something every pet owner should think about.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Spokane has a pretty good network of emergency vet care.
Okay.
Not all clinics are open 24/7, but many are.
Okay.
And the ones that aren't often have partnerships with emergency hospitals. So it's really about knowing where to go in a pinch.
So you're saying it's important to have that plan in place beforehand?
Definitely. It can save you a lot of stress and heartache down the road.
Yeah, I bet. So having a trusted veterinarian in Spokane seems to offer more than just medical expertise.
That's true. It's about having someone you can rely on, someone who understands your pet's needs and can guide you through all stages of their life.
It's like having a pet parenting partner right here in Spokane.
I like that. It really is a partnership.
And it's one of the things that makes having a pet in Spokane so special, I think.
Me too. It's a community effort, and we're all in it together.
Yeah, it really does make a difference knowing you've got that backup, that expert advice when you need it.
Definitely takes a lot of the worry out of it.
Exactly. And when you think about all the amazing things we get to do with our pets here, all the adventures,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
it makes it that much more enjoyable.
I mean, picture this. You and your dog out on the Centennial Trail. You've taken all the right precautions. You're prepared.
Hmm.
No worries about ticks or anything like that. Or,
Yeah.
or how about sitting at a dog-friendly brewery on a sunny afternoon?
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Knowing your pup is up to date on all their vaccines, no parasites, you can just relax and enjoy the moment.
It really enhances that whole Spokane pet experience.
It really does.
So for our listeners out there, maybe they're new to Spokane or maybe they just haven't found that perfect vet yet. Any advice for them?
Well, I'd say first think about your pet. What are their needs?
Okay.
Maybe you've got a senior dog who needs a little extra TLC, or maybe you're a super active family always out hiking with your pup.
Yeah.
You want a vet who understands that lifestyle and
Right.
then do your research.
Research, okay?
Yeah, talk to friends, neighbors, check out online reviews, don't be afraid to call around, ask questions.
I like that. It's like a matching process.
It kind of is.
Finding the vet who's the right fit for both you and your pet.
Exactly.
And don't be shy about scheduling a meet and greet.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Before you commit, get a feel for their personality, their approach to care, see if you feel comfortable with them. Because at the end of the day, it's all about building that trusting relationship.
Absolutely.
That partnership that lets you relax and just enjoy all the amazing pet-friendly things Spokane has to offer.
It is. It's about peace of mind, knowing your furry friend is in good hands so you can focus on making memories, exploring the outdoors, and just enjoying those special moments.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I think that about wraps things up for us today.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have. From the unique challenges of Spokane pet care to the incredible dedication of our local vets.
Talked about everything from tick-borne diseases to senior pet care to finding emergency care.
And most importantly, how that strong relationship with a Spokane vet can really make all the difference.
It can. It really can.
So to all our listeners out there, as you head out on your next Spokane adventure with your furry friend, remember what we've talked about today. Ask questions, don't be afraid to seek out expert guidance, and most of all, enjoy that peace of mind that comes with knowing you've got a trusted partner on your pet care journey.
Well said. Because in Spokane, pet care is more than just medicine, it's a way of life.
It really is. Thanks for joining us today on our deep dive into Spokane pet care.